My name is Jim Bates. I'm a skateboarder. I have this notebook. It's like a scrapbook of all the opportunities that I've had to be in different skateboard magazines over my lifetime of skateboarding and being sponsored. So I just thought I would share what I've been able to save and some memories and skateboard clips. Chaos was a skateboard shop that I used to ride for. This logo right here was me doing a backside flip over a roof gap. My first ad in a magazine in Transworld. I was riding for Invisible Skateboards. Did a backside flip down Hollywood High, the 12. That was in 1998. This was a 2-page spread in Big Brother magazine. Tray flip down the Hollywood 12 and then ollie over the 16 stair fence. Also tried to backside flip the 16 stair. That didn't really work out. First person to do tricks at Hollywood, published in a magazine. These were shot by Rick Cossack. This was 98 as well. And then I was riding for a company called Fight Skateboards after Invisible went out of business. And that was right before I started riding for Status in 1999. The end of the year. This came out, Transworld, my first ad for Status. And it also was in Transworld Video 7. Transmission 7 was the title. For my heart and soul, we're positive when I'm seeing. This was another ad in Transworld Skateboarding for Status. Backside flip down a double set, and you have the team right there. This was another ad for Status in a Transworld Skateboard magazine. Frontside nose slide drop at the Thousand Oaks Mall. This shot by Mark Waters, rest in peace. FKD ad in Transworld, backside flipping a 10 stair in Wood Ranch near Simi Valley. That's the same sequence. This is a catalog or something. And then this was a team shot when we were on tour, which also they used in Transworld as intro right here to that. We had a tour article in Transworld this issue, February 2001, And then this was a backside flip over a rail alley-oop. When we were on tour, that was in the beginning of the magazine. And then this is the beginning of the tour article. Frontside flip in Chicago. And then this backside flip was in Washington, D.C. Pretty cool with the monument in the background. And then this ad they ran in Transworld as well. We were skating in DC and the cops came, handcuffed us together, me and Steve, took our boards, gave us tickets, sequence, kickflip board, slider rail. And then this was just an ad for some website or something. They used a photo of me. This ad was Transworld, June 2001. Frontside flip, this gap over rail in the valley. It was a collab ad with Chaos Skate Shop and Status. This is a checkout I had in Transworld Skateboarding. Tray flipping this big gap in San Diego. It's pretty cool because Sid wrote this little thing about me. He was the drummer for Strife, the original drummer, and we were friends because he was the manager at Chaos Skate Shop and we hung out a lot. It's pretty awesome. This kickflip was in Transworld at Santa Monica Courthouse. Pretty sure I'm the first one that skated off that drop kickflip. Also did a frontside flip. And Matt McCarroll shot that as well. He shot a lot of stuff. I'm grateful for him helping me get in the magazines. This was an FKD ad, tray flipping a 10 in Colorado when we were on tour. This ad was also on Transworld. Switch front shove down an 8 stair. This is in Oak Park. That was for Status. This ad was in Transworld as well. 2-page spread for JVC. Backside flip, the pond gap at Santa Monica High School way back in like 2001 maybe. This ad was another one in Transworld for Status. Heel flipping this gap in Westlake called the Via Cleanest Gap. 2002. I turned pro for Status. This is my first ad. They ran that in Transworld, and then they also ran a 2-page spread in Big Brother magazine. Same magazine, Big Brother did a 8-page interview. It's a cover of the Big Brother that I had the 8-page interview in. I shot a bunch of photos with Rick Cossack, did an interview for this Big Brother magazine. Kickflip board slide at Burbank High School. Tray flipping a street gap, and then backside flip. This kickflip was on tour, so Matt McCarroll took some of these photos, and then Rick Cossack took most of them, like this sequence, frontside flip. It's at the library in downtown LA. Inward heel flip over a dumpster. And that was a status ad in Transworld skateboarding magazine. This switch front shove it was in Canada. We were on tour, and that was in a magazine called SBC. I started writing for this shoe company called Axis in 2002, and I also had a pro model shoe, which I have an ad for that with the same photo. This is a tray flip over a roof gap. That was in Skateboarder magazine. And then here's what I was talking about, the kickflip over the 12-stair at Westlake High. For my pro model shoe, they ran that ad in Skateboarder, and they also ran it in Transworld. This is just like some catalog stuff for Syndrome Distribution, which is the company that did Status, FKD, and a bunch of other stuff. DNA Skateboards, Phantom Trucks. So these are just some catalog stuff that I had photos in that I saved. It's a photo I had in the newspaper, Los Angeles Times. Kickflip being the Portrait 3-stair. It's like a big 3-block we used to skate all the time. And then this video AM show I had a part in right here. This was a Status poster. And then I had a part in this video synopsis with a bunch of talented skateboarders. And then this ad was for a clothing company called Amp. I think they ran it like a small ad in Thrasher. This was a photo in Los Angeles Times. Armada Skateboards Going Against the Grain was the video we put out. This ad was ran in Automatic magazine. And then this Game of Skate 2005. Jimmy Carlin and I in the finals. This was a little fanzine called Excess. I wrote and illustrated a kid's book, and I was able to go share it at this youth center, and they took photos for it's called right here, the Lighthouse newspaper. It was for military families, like their community. So they had this little setup. I went and skated with the kids and then shared my book. So that was pretty amazing to be able to do that with the kids. My first magazine cover is called Concrete Wave, Buyer's Guide 2007. Pretty hyped on that photo. Shot by Kamathi. This was a little Ventura magazine called VC Buzz. They did an article on me. House bearings ad was ran in Concrete Wave. This Armada ad was in Automatic magazine. These are my pro model boards that I've had.